The miles have been run. Ooh, this DNA gold, it's been squished. The cruising has been cruised, and the long runs have been crushed. But does the Hyperion Max 3 deserve a spot in your shoe rotation? Find out in today's full review. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Cody with The Shoe with Cody, and today we got ourselves a good one. We are talking about the Brooks Hyperion Max 3. I've had this shoe for a little while, put maybe 34, 35 miles into the shoe, and I have a lot to say. In this video, I'm going to cover the fit, the good, the bad, and the verdict. Should you buy this shoe? Yeah, this shoe right here. Now, before I dive into all that goodness, I do need to let you guys know one thing. Brooks sent me this shoe for a review, but they have no idea what I'm going to say in this video, and they have no control over any of my content. I also have a big favor to ask you all. Hit the like button and smash the subscribe button. You know you want to. It costs you absolutely nothing, but it definitely helps the channel. Now let's sit back, relax, and let's talk about the Brooks Hyperion Max 3. To kick this video off, I am going to talk about the fit, and honestly for me, I am a men's 9.5 and almost all Brooks, and that stays true. The length is perfect, no issues at all. Definitely true to the size. Gave you plenty of space here for when I'm running. Again, now that it's getting hot, my feet can spread a little bit. They swell a little bit. No issues at all. 9.5 men's worked really nicely. The other thing I found with this shoe specifically, it's a little bit wider than other Brooks shoes. Some Brooks shoes are starting to get a little bit narrower. Now they're trying to fix it with this upcoming launch with a lot of different shoes. And I definitely agree with this one. This is definitely a little bit wider. Not crazy wide, but a little bit wider, and it accommodates my foot, which is really nice because I'm using this shoe for like long runs. And the longer I go, especially the hotter, you know your feet are going to swell a little bit and want to expand. And your shoe has to be able to accommodate that. If it doesn't, you'll get some weird rubbing and probably some blisters. And if you're going out for a 20-mile run, you do not want to be dealing with any blisters. Along with the width and it's the volume of the shoe, perfect, no issues at all. Again, the reason why that is important, if it's too narrow or too low of a volume on the foot, you'll get blisters on the top. And I'm telling you, I've had it before. Getting a blister on the top of your toes really hurts. It is not fun. So again, for me personally, the Hyperion Max 3 is true to size and it's a little bit wide, which I think a lot of folks are going to enjoy. Because I'm a positive guy, I'm going to start with the positives, and honestly, it has to be that DNA gold. They named it right. This thing is gold. There is a ton of stack in this shoe, like a ton, and it is really nice. It felt fantastic underfoot. This shoe I can use for daily runs where I'm trying to go a little bit easy, maybe that 8:30 pace. Easy runs or recovery runs when I'm going to 8:39 felt really good on babying the legs, but I think this shoe shines for the long distance. This is that long run trainer where I want to go long distance, but I want to pick the pace up. So a lot of times with my marathon training, I'll go maybe 18 miles, 20 miles, whatever the situation is, and I want to keep like a 7:15 pace, and this is where that shoe really shines. When you just want to lock into a pace, feel really comfortable and just cruise. I feel really fast in the shoe, especially at that pace. Maybe not dropping the hammer, but when I'm staying consistent, like that 7:15, 7:30 for that longer distance, the foam really babied my legs, and that's what I want. When I'm going out for a long run and I'm in a training block, I want something that I can do the workout in, but also baby my feet in it, and that really, it did exactly what it's supposed to do. The upper, really nice. As I mentioned in the fit, it accommodated my widest foot, no issues at all. I was a little bit worried because it looked like a race day kind of upper. The first time I put it on, it was a little bit snug, but it definitely broke into my foot and really accommodated it very nicely. Really like the tongue. It kind of looks like it's a booty, but it's not really. It's like a kind of gusseted tongue. It's gusseted in two spots, so you get a really good lockdown. One thing I like about the tongue is it has the good padding right there. Reason why I say that is sometimes with like this type of material, like that just full mesh shoe, if you don't have that extra padding right there and you lace and cinch down the laces, you'll feel the laces on top of your foot, and that kind of sucks. The longer you go, you're gonna feel that. No issues at all. Heel counter, really nice. Again, locked it in, cruised for miles, really no issues at all. This is definitely a shoe. As you can see, it has that little cutout. a very good shoe that you want to be on your toes. If you're a mid to toe, you're gonna be living large in the shoe and get a lot of great miles in. I also am gonna say I love the looks of the shoe. I really do. It hits a lot of marks for me. I know it's gonna be hit or miss with some people, but for me, this is an absolute hit for me. I really like what they did with it. It feels like the Hyperion Max 3 is finally a Max shoe. They've been saying Max, 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 and you're kind of like, well, that's kind of like a standard stack. Not anymore. This is a Max. This is a Max to the extreme, and I'm here for it. With the good, you do know there has to be some bad, and honestly, there's two bad. One, the rubber. Of late, you're probably hearing this a lot with Brooks road shoes, and I apologize, but I always got to give you the information. Not the greatest rubber. I've done some rainy runs, as I mentioned before. It's been pretty rainy here in Pennsylvania of late, and you know, during the rainy runs, and I'm not even talking about like downpour, just wet on the ground. It wasn't the greatest. I definitely had some slipping and sliding. The other thing is, if you are a heel striker, I don't know if this might just be a little too unstable for you. Just keep that in mind. This is really a shoe that you want to be on your forefront and your toes, not so much the heel. While I do think maybe you get away with it, I think my biggest concern would be a little too unstable and your ankle go, and that just isn't fun. Now, this is more stable than other Max cushion shoes, but it's still not the most stable. Keep that in mind. So for me personally, this is going to be a shoe that when you're going straight, fantastic. When you need to make turns, I slow it down a little bit. If you want to be like Fast and the Furious and start cutting it, just be careful. When I tried going super fast around the corners and I felt like I was hitting here on the outside, it can be a little unstable. Again, for a lot of the long runs I've done, I was going like, you know, north to south, no issues at all. And like when I was making gradual turns, no issues at all. But if you got to make tight turns, you might just need to slow it down. And honestly, that's it for me. It's got to be the rubber. It's got to be the heel. If you're a heel striker, I just don't know if this shoe is going to work for you. And it can be a little unstable, especially if you're cutting those corners. If you're not cutting corners, I don't think you're going to have any issues. But if you are, just beware. Again, with high stack, sometimes comes stability issues. You heard the good, you heard the bad, and now you want my verdict. Honestly, for $200, I think this shoe is really nice. I think this is a great marathon training block shoe. This is a shoe that you can use for a lot of runs, but I think it shines the most when you're going long distance, longer, like maybe, you know, anything over 13 plus miles. This thing feels fantastic. It feels great at the lower ones, but I'm telling you, this thing shines the longer I went in it because the DNA gold just feels really nice underfoot. It gets the job done. Now, it is $200, so it's going to be a little bit pricey, but unfortunately, all shoes prices are getting pretty darn high, so like a lot of people are coming $200 out. It's not that bad. I still want to call it out. $200 is a lot, but I do think you're going to get a ton in this shoe. The only thing I want to put out is it's not the most stable shoe, and heel strikers, I don't think you're going to want to buy this shoe, heel strikers. As you can see, with that right there, I just don't know how stable it's going to be. But for everybody else that's looking for a shoe that can do a lot, especially those long days out on the roads, this shoe is going to be a hit, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. And especially because of that DNA gold, it's money. You heard the good, you heard the bad, and you heard my verdict. Now I want to hear from you. Do you plan on buying the Brooks Hyperion Max 3? Drop a comment down below if this is a shoe you plan on picking up. If you have any other questions about the shoe, drop a comment down below. I want to make sure you have all the information before you hit that buy and spend $200 on the shoe. Again, I appreciate all the support you all have been showing me. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and until next time, I'll see you all out on the run. Thanks for checking out this latest review. Don't forget, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and check out some of the other rad content that I've dropped out on the channel.